it is quite normal that executed prisoners are used for anatomical purposes in China.
All bodies in Bodies the exhibition are real, and some of them, or a lot of them, might even be real victims of the CCP. Plastination, a revolutionary body preservation method replacing blood, water and fat with plastics, was invented in 1977 by German anatomist Günther von Hagens, also known as Dr. Death. Born the son of SS Sergeant Gerhard Liebchen, who allegedly sent over 60 people to concentration camps during World War II, von Hagens developed his technique at the University of Heidelberg in West Germany. This method allowed bodies to be preserved indefinitely, without decay or odor, significantly advancing anatomical studies. Von Hagens, known for his iconic black fedora in homage to Dutch Baroque painter Rembrandt van Rijn, established the Institute for Plastination (IFP) in Heidelberg in 1993. Before this, by the early 1980s, he had created an ethical body donation program to source cadavers for plastination, ensuring proper documentation and consent. Von Hagens' first public Body Worlds exhibition opened in September of 1995 at Tokyo's National Science Museum, showcasing plastinated bodies posed in lifelike positions, such as running or holding their own skin. The exhibit attracted immense attention, drawing 450,000 visitors in its first month, but also criticism from religious groups and ethicists concerned about dignity, consent and sensationalism. Initially sourcing cadavers through anatomical donations in Europe, von Hagens expanded his operations to China in 1996 as a visiting professor at the Dalian Medical University. Between 1999 and 2001, he founded a major plastination facility in Dalian's high-tech industrial zone, von Hagens Dalian Plastination Ltd., employing around 200 workers with substantial Chinese government support.
30 miles away from the Dalian Medical University, a private company which we found located down a dirt road littered with rotting garbage. We walked in with our undercover cameras rolling to see a set of ramshackle buildings, technicians working on the bodies of both dead animals and humans.
Suspiciously, the Dalian facility was located near infamous sites like the Dalian City Prison and the Dalian Re-Education Through Labor Camp, where death sentences indeed have been carried out officially. Von Hagens' Chinese protege, Sui Hongjin, openly credited the facility's success to governmental support, notably from Bo Xilai, the then mayor of Dalian, who awarded von Hagens a friendship award. Bo Xilai would later become involved in one of China's most infamous political scandals. In 2012, after his aide Wang Lijun revealed that Bo's wife, Gu Kailai, had murdered British businessman Neil Heywood, Bo's corruption, abuse of power, and darker dealings came to light.
After the 2011 murder of a British businessman, Bo's wife, Gu Kailai, was found guilty of killing him, and Bo was charged with using his position to try to cover up the murder. Bo's wife testified against her husband. She told stories of safes filled with cash hidden in the couple's homes.
He was swiftly purged from the Communist Party and sentenced to life imprisonment in 2013. Questions soon arose around the sourcing of the bodies at the Dalian facility.
Where did the bodies come from? Where did they come from? As the company manager escorted me off the property, he said he had no idea where the bodies come from. Are they prisoners who have been executed? No. You don't know? Who would know that? That's all you can say? You don't know.
Although they claimed they were unclaimed corpses that had been hanging around at a morgue for a month or so, which, if that was true, they would just be skin and bone and cartilage, I'm sorry. Evidence indicated fresh cadavers arrived merely hours after death without preservation. as is necessary for the plastination process by the way, and some exhibited clear bullet wounds. A disturbing 2001 encrypted email from Sway to von Hagens detailed receiving 2 fresh, top-quality corpses with recently removed livers. Investigations by Der Spiegel and The Guardian in 2004 revealed chilling evidence. At least 2 corpses had bullet wounds to the head, and documentation indicated the facility received a 9-month-old fetus from China's Public Security Bureau, an impossible scenario for normal anatomical donations. Confronted by the backlash, von Hagens publicly admitted that some bodies were likely sourced from executed prisoners and returned 7 cadavers to China.
It is quite normal that executed prisoners are used for anatomical purposes in China.
With tears in his eyes, he confessed that he received several of what he came to believe were executed prisoners.
Distancing himself and promising future ethical sourcing. After von Hagen's departure, Sui Hongjin partnered with American firm Premier Exhibitions to launch Bodies, the exhibition, infamous for ethically questionable sourcing. Premier Exhibitions, previously best known for exploiting Titanic artifacts, later admitted publicly that exhibited cadavers likely originated from Chinese prisons via the Public Security Bureau. In 2006, China officially banned commercial trading in human cadavers, but enforcement remained weak due to government corruption. Despite the ban, Sway's companies continued openly advertising and selling human body parts, including whole fetuses, online. And authorities seemingly ignored it. Legal and media controversies culminated in a 2008 New York settlement requiring Premier Exhibitions to display disclaimers about questionable body origins, prompting bans in Hawaii and Israel.
They were unable to either prove or disprove the allegations that had been raised, and therefore we asked that a very stern warning be placed at the entry point of the exhibition.
The disclaimer on their website and exhibitions now read: "This exhibit displays human remains of Chinese citizens or Chinese residents, which were originally received by the Chinese Bureau of Police. The Chinese Bureau of Police may receive bodies from Chinese prisons. Premier cannot independently verify that the human remains you are viewing are not those of persons who were incarcerated in Chinese prisons." All of this is of course a lot, but the controversies didn't end there. New Tang Dynasty, One China Times, Gold Sea and others allege that Gu Kailai, Bo Xilai's second wife, sold organs from executed prisoners, including Falun Gong practitioners, through plastination firms. Further disturbing allegations involve Gu Kailai's connection to the disappearance of Jiang Weijie, a popular Dalian TV anchor who openly stated she had an affair with Bo Xilai that led to her carrying his child. Witnesses claimed Jiang was secretly detained and abused, eventually vanishing without a trace. Sources suggested Jiang's body, along with her 8-month-old unborn fetus, may have been plastinated at the Dalian facility as a twisted act of revenge or silencing by Gu Kailai. This would have happened sometime in the late 90s. Even though von Hagens, of course, vehemently denied these allegations, lingering doubts still remain due to the timeline lining up so well, a tip-off from someone supposedly involved in moving Jiang's body from the Dalian hotel to the plastination facility, and China's historical legality of silently executing prisoners for organ harvesting until 2015. Speaking of legality, internationally these exhibitions exploit customs loopholes by classifying plastinated human remains as anatomical collections, circumventing strict regulations requiring formal death certificates and CDC oversight.
Our investigation found that containers of plastinated bodies have been sent to the U.S. from China through the port of Los Angeles. And shipping documents obtained by 2020 show how suppliers for Premier Exhibitions avoid the laws relating to human remains by declaring the human bodies as plastic models, plastic model for medical teaching.
But it's important to remember that although marketed as educational, these are real human remains, that belonged to real individuals who once had families and identities. Still today, several companies continue hosting plastination exhibits worldwide. Despite all this scrutiny, these exhibits remain very profitable, drawing in millions of dollars annually. If you still wanna go see this, well, it's your choice. But maybe keep in mind what kind of business you're supporting. And thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed, remember to give me a like, a comment, and maybe even subscribe. See ya!